Namaste. In this session, we are going to look at KNN imputer implementation. Now, if you remember the previous lecture, we saw the algorithm behind KNN imputer. So here, if you noticed that we used only numerical variables for our purpose, right? We didn't see any categorical variables here. That was because if you think about it, we were using Euclidean distances here to calculate the distances. So we cannot inherently calculate distances on categorical variables, right? Hence, to use categorical variables for KNN imputer, we have to convert this columns into numerical columns. So we can do that by a variety of methods. We can use ordinal encoder, we can use mean encoder, target encoder, or we can use one hot encoder. So it is all up to us what we choose. If I check, for example, for marital status column, if I assign never married as 0, married CIV spouse as 1, divorced as 2, it wouldn't make much sense, right? Because we know that there is no such ordering in that column. However, if you look at this education column, we will notice that there we can put some ordering here, right? For example, we can say, for example, preschool, if we assign it 0, okay, preschool is 0, then first to fourth we assign number 1, then fifth to sixth we can assign number 2, and so forth. We can give the maximum value to this masters, right? And also, no, I think doctorate is the highest here. So we can give an ordering in this particular column of education using ordinal encoder, and then it would make a little bit more sense to calculate the distances using non-Euclidean distances to impute any missing values in this education column. So this is what we have to decide whether we want to use KNN imputer on categorical columns or not. Because if we want to, then we would have to first convert them, and for that we would have to check whether it makes any sense to put numbers on the values in that column. Okay, so now to get ahead in this tutorial, I will first check how many missing values are there in this data frame. So I see that I have 3 columns: work, class, occupation, and native country, which are missing values. None of the numerical values are missing values, and hence I will first infuse missing values in the hours per week column and age column. Okay, we have also seen this in the previous tutorial on simple imputer. So now if I check age as 28 missing values and hours per week as 20 missing values at random locations. Now we'll first split the dataset into training and testing set. Okay, so once we have done that, I will first import KNN imputer class from the impute module of sklearn library. So how we will do that? I'll simply say from sklearn.impute import KNN imputer. Okay, so this is how we load a class. Now I will create an object. So I'll say the object is KNN imputer, the class is KNN imputer. If we check the documentation using shift tab and tab, we'll see that it is asking us for the missing values. We know that the missing values are nan by default, so these are nans. Then n neighbors, it is asking us how many neighbors to look for. So I'll first say here n underscore neighbors is equal to, for example, we'll keep the default as 5 here. Now this object is created. Now I'll fit. Now what do you think will happen if I fit the entire training set? Okay, so if I try to do that, I'll first say x underscore train, fit this KNN impute on a x train. So now what it is telling me, could not convert string to float private. So why is that so? Because when it saw this work class column, it found that there was a value of private here, and hence it couldn't convert this to float. Right, this is a string value. So what we have to do is we have to pass only the numerical values to this KNN imputer. So how we will do that? I'll pass a list comprehension. So I'll say give me each column. For each column in xtrain dot columns, if xtrain of column dot d types equal to is basically not equal to object. Okay, so if you are not familiar with what this is doing, I can show you here. So for example, if I say xtrain of, for example, age, so now this will give me the age column. And now if I do dot d types, so this attribute will give me the data type of this particular column. So here I am passing a for loop. So in this for loop, I'm telling if xtrain of for each column in this xtrain of call. So what is this xtrain dot columns? So xtrain of columns is these are the columns, right? So if I'm telling return me this column if that column's data type is not equal to the object data type. So this will give me all the numerical columns here. So now what I'll do is I'll just say save this list in a num variable. Now if you check what happens now, if I say xtrain of num, so now I'm getting a subset of this data frame with only the numerical columns, right? Now if I fit this xtrain of num, now it will execute because now it is only seeing numerical values. Great. So now if I check knn dot transform, now if I transform this same xtrain of num, now what we didn't do here was say add indicator. Okay, we didn't add an indicator column. So if I say add indicator is equal to true, now it will add an indicator column for each column that had a missing value. So if I execute it again, now I fitted. Now if I transform, now you see it is giving me a 2D array back. So now if I check what is this 2D array, so I'll do a pt.data frame to make it more visually pleasing. So now you see how many columns did I have here? Originally I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 columns, 6 numerical columns, and now I have 8 columns here. So why 8? Because the first 6 are the original columns and the last 2 are the indicator columns. This one is for the age, this one is for the hours per week. And now wherever these 2 columns are 1, it would indicate that there was a missing value in that particular row. Okay, so this missingness, this quality of row being missing, that can also be a feature for us for a machine learning model. So now this is how we can impute missing values. Now if I check dot is na dot sum, it will tell me, and if I again do a sum to tell me I have 0 missing values in this whole xtrain of num now, which means that all my missing values have been imputed. Okay, so I'll just remove this. Great, so this is our imputed data frame. Now this is only for the xtrain. I have done it for the xtrain. So now what if I want to do for now x test, right? So what do you think will happen? Let me ask you this. If I show you a missing value in x test, for example, this is my x test here. Okay, so I'll just subset it to give me the numerical columns. Now if I do dot is na dot sum, so it tells me that each column has 5 missing values and hours per week has 1 missing value. Now if I show you this hours per week missing value in this x test, so what do you think will it be filled in with? Will it when it will check the 5 nearest neighbors, as I mentioned here, so will it look for the 5 nearest neighbors in the test set itself, or will it take that missing value row to the training data and then check for the 5 nearest neighbors? Indeed, it will go to the training set and look for the 5 nearest neighbors in the training set. Okay, so it will not learn anything from the testing data. It will simply go to the training data, find the 5 nearest neighbors, take the mean of the 5 nearest neighbors in that particular column, and uh, give us that result back. So this is how knn imputer will work on the test set. So I'll simply say knn dot transform. So now what I want to transform is my xtrain of num, this sub data frame. Now if I press Control Enter, I'll get back all of these. So now this isn't quite visually pleasing. So again, I'll just do a pt.data frame. And this is the data frame now. Now if I check, I see that there are 0 missing values now. So all my missing values, these 5 age columns, age rows, and this 1 hours per week row have been filled in with the 5 nearest neighbors in the training set. So this is the beauty of using a scikit-learn class for imputing missing values, because now you can use, for example, instead of 5 nearest neighbors, you can use 10 nearest neighbors here and check for the value if this is working better for your model. I hope I was clear enough in this knn imputer. So if you have any issues with this, please let me know in the comment section below and I'll be happy to address them all. So thank you for watching.